Yo.
Crash and flow.
Right, someone put out some inflammatory comments about penguins, okay? Those well-dressed creatures. They said penguins have been known to push fellow penguins into the water to check if the water is safe and clear of predators. And you know, they looked into it, right? Researchers went and they looked into this.
And they looked into it.
Right? And here's the official response by Penguin World. Apparently these people know penguins, okay? They say, according to them, says, no, they definitely do not do this. Although it may look like that way to the casual observer, what happens is that the penguins, like Adele penguins, congregate at the water's edge, and despite their marvelous adaptation for water life, or for life in water, they can often appear reluctant to enter it. Eventually, one or two will dive in, whereupon the rest may or may not choose to follow. So they say they looked into it, but they really didn't say how they looked into it. Did they interview these penguins? Did they look to see whether or not some of these penguins had some like outstanding payments to other penguins, and as a result, he had to pay it off by jumping in to make sure there was no killer whales inside? Like, how do you verify if penguins are not truly assholes?
I'm with you. We know cats are assholes. We've seen them do all sorts of asshole shit.
Yeah. Even when you tell them not to knock something off a table, they'll knock off the table. So I'm just saying, that's BS. I think penguins be pushing their friends into the water.
Yeah, and I think like that's pretty bird-like psychopathic behavior. I feel like a bird would do that shit.
They're dinosaurs.
They're dinosaurs. They don't care.
Also, can you explain to me this? This doesn't make any sense to me. Okay?
Yeah.
Right. They say, okay, I've never seen a lizard currently with feathers, right? Mm-hmm. But at some point, there's actual fossils. I'm not saying I don't believe it. Let me get this straight, okay? It's not like I don't believe in dinosaurs. All I'm saying is that I'm having a hard time trying to understand it.
Yasin doesn't believe in dinosaurs, everybody. Everybody. This guy thinks the earth is flat. And dinosaurs are on the other side.
Right. That would be so cool. And you know, they have fossils with, like, it looks like a dinosaur, like a velociraptor type looking thing, and it's got some feathers on it. So I'm like, all right, cool. That makes sense. But like, you know, lizards and birds are two completely like different species.
Right.
So like, how do they meld together? How did one become? Because I get like, okay, whales, right, and then fins, and then that grows into legs, and then they grow. Like, I kind of get that, but I don't understand the whole. Do you know what? And also, what was the evolutionary necessity for dinosaurs to get feathers in the first place?
I like that you're like, I can see this dog becoming this whale. But how did this lizard lose its feathers? I don't see any lizards with feathers anymore. All good questions. I mean, I don't know any lizards with feathers. Like, I don't know any reptiles or anything like that with feathers.
Yeah.
But that was a long, long time ago.
I guess.
No, I didn't. I think that's your answer, man. I think it's been like 1 million years.
That's it. So over 1 million years.
Yeah.
And then also, crocodiles, right? They say that they haven't evolved. Like, what you're looking at is pretty much the finished product, and it's been finished for millions of years. Maybe crocodiles back then were much bigger. I understand this. But like, also, like, what meeting did crocodiles have when they said, we will stop evolving? That's it. We're good. We're the best. And they're not the best. Right? They're not the best. They can't run that fast on ground.
No.
You know, they seem lazy all the time. Like, I feel
you're like, it's not an all-around player. Yes, it can kill in the water. Have you seen one fly? I heard they had feathers.
Yeah, exactly. Did they lose the opportunity to be flying crocodiles as a result? Yeah. You know, so I just like, who in the crocodile community decided that that's enough evolving for us? We have done it for a couple million years, and for the next few million years, we will do nothing. We will just sit in the water and wait for water buffalo to come by.
Yeah, I'm glad they stopped, evolving, because I feel like that would be like a immediate death sentence to humanity if these guys could do anything better.
Yeah, that's true.
All the scariest shit is in the water. Anything that's scary on land, we've pretty much killed it. Almost, basically. If it's scary, it's not around you. But it's in Australia. In the water, it's everywhere. Yeah. Sharks. All of these things that haven't evolved and that kill are in the water. But yeah, no, I think they probably got enough food, and they were like, "Are we all set?" And they're like,
Are
"Yeah,
we good? Do we need to do anything different?
yeah." I would like to know which animals have evolved the most. That would be the cool one. Not like which ones have evolved the least. It's just those are also cool. But like this animal has gone through a complete makeover in like the last few hundred or a few thousand years. That would
I would
be pretty.
venture the guess that like a chicken has evolved the most. It used to be a raptor. It could take down a T-Rex. I don't know. That's where chickens come from. but I'm
Man,
just
I didn't
assuming.
realize that's it's just you're like any bird really. Raptor.
Yeah, man.
They can fly, and like there've been chickens that fly like 90 feet.
That's falling with style.
Yeah, 90 feet is pretty far.
It's Buzz Lightyear. Come on,
For a
man.
chicken, it's pretty good, man. It's pretty good.
It's okay. It's just lay the eggs. We'll eat it. It's a good source of protein. It's about it. I mean, do you have any like really good like emotional connection to chickens?
Yeah, I raised chickens from like egg to plate.
To biryani?
Yeah, unfortunately. And it took like 7 months, man. But I raised 3 chicks, into full-grown chickens.
Right.
And that was interesting because they do have like their own personality and all of that. They're very interesting animals.
Yeah.
Actually, all animals are interesting if you spend time with them.
Let's think of an uninteresting animal.
Depends on how interesting your life already is.
Yeah, fair enough. That's true. I mean, I'm drawing a blank right now because even snails, like,
Oh yeah, very
and
interesting.
you'll be like, "Where's your mouth?"
Yeah, those suckerfish. I'm like, what are you eating? You're stuck to this thing. Like, what are you doing?
Have you seen a suckerfish mouth?
Oh yeah.
It's
At your
horrific.
house. Yeah, it's like
Horrific.
yeah, it's like
don't
the
wanna look at that.
worst. Yeah,
Yeah.
I was gonna be like, it's like the worst vagina. Like that's just
Oh, there was a movie called
the worst
Teeth.
vagina. Ah, okay. What's that about?
Well, put 2 and 2 together based on this conversation, brother.
Oh man. Oh no.
Yeah.
Jeez, that's scary. Can
Hold
you
on, let me
imagine?
see how much it was rated. IMDb. 2007. Teeth by her name is it's rated 5.4 out of 10, but I'm just saying I watched it and just by novelty of a story of horror, easily a 6.5.
Man. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, what else has this girl has done? Like, it's not like that movie was gonna like make her take off,
Yeah, I think even if you can have modest success there, people will be like, "You're a genius."
Yeah. You know what's funny? She was also in a movie called The Death of Dick Long,
Jeez.
which is is this irony? I don't know. I can never tell, but it seems like it's irony because she
She's
made a
making
lot
it
of Dick
happen.
Short in that movie.
Whoa.
It's not one of those things where I would say I would recommend it, but also it stuck with me. So if you want to watch a semi what I thought was an indie movie,
It's scary.
what's that? Yeah, it's comedy, fantasy, horror.
I like to do this thing now where I'll watch a TV show or a movie that's kind of like offsetting or scary, and the next morning I will check how many times I woke up.
Yeah, is there a correlation?
Oh, I think that should be like a IMDb setting, like sleepwalking index for scary movies.
Okay.
That'd be pretty fun. That'd be like, wow, Syed, he hurt himself. This is a good movie.
He ran for 2 kilometers outside in bare feet.
I know.
What
This is
is
how
your
angry his wife is.
It's just like you get a selection of 10 pictures of Farah from like being happy to like really, really upset.
That's how they know.
She's like, what is the scariest movie? I know this is a bad question to ask you because you barely watch scary movies, but what is the scariest movie that you've watched?
Chucky, Child's Play. Child's Play with that doll, the first one, is the scariest movie I've seen.
Okay.
But here's the thing, Yasin. I was a kid when I watched it,
Yeah.
so it scares me a lot more.
When you were a kid?
Yeah, of course, because I don't know what reality, what's possible.
Oh,
As a
shit, I
grown
forgot
up-
to record the screen. I knew I was missing something.
That's all right.
I'll just record it now. Continuing.
No problem. But yeah,
What?
Child's Play was really scary.
Yeah.
And after that, I didn't really find anything. As a grown up, I find things to be like anxiety inducing, but not really scary anymore. Like It was good, I guess. But yeah, I don't watch
Did
that
you watch
many scary
Paranormal
movies.
Activity? That was the closest
Yeah, of
that got me
course.
to be scared.
Yeah, it was great. I watched it in the wrong room, though. Everybody in my room was laughing, like the theater.
Oh no.
Yeah,
Oh, that's not the way how do you enjoy a movie, a scary movie. You need people to buy in. That's
yeah,
part of the fun, right?
right.
It's the equivalent of watching Gladiator and just not taking anything seriously.
They
Like you
should
could
make a
watch
pandemic
Gladiator and
movie.
just trash it if you wanted to.
They should make a pandemic movie, and like during the movie, like or like, hey, this is a very safe, room. There's only 17 total people here, and
Yeah.
then one of them like have them throw up during the pandemic movie, and then ask people like, how scary was this movie? And they're like, I'm afraid. I'm afraid for all of us right now.
What is that,
That'd be
like
cool.
6D? That's not even, that's not 40, that's not 5D. 6D, just vomit, someone vomits in your vicinity.
Why not? It's affordable.
Yeah, I guess it is. There is a YouTube channel called The Drunken Critic, I believe. And he breaks down movies mostly about like why you should not watch a particular movie because that's more fun than talking about the movies that you should watch. And man, it's surprisingly funny to watch a 10 or 15 minute breakdown on why a movie's bad. And the one that I watched was what's the movie that came out for the newest movies for Alien?
Covenant.
Yeah, that one, Covenant, and then there was another one before that or whatever. Dude, when you watch this, you're like, wow, there was so much that I just suspended my disbelief completely, and it doesn't make any sense. Like the story doesn't connect properly. The way how they will react in one thing is not in line with the way how they'll react 15 minutes later. Decision making based on like this is the decision they made then, and now when they had an opportunity to make an equally smart decision, they don't do it at all. There's so many faults. And then I used to be like, yo, I could write a script. I'm like, man, I didn't notice any one of these pitfalls. It is an issue. But also just
No, it's
listening
not,
to
man.
us.
That's
What?
normal ass stuff. You shouldn't have to. What are these idiots doing? And I mean it. If it's not a good movie, you shouldn't have to do a breakdown. That's somebody should do a breakdown of your life and be like, wow, this is the problem with Rob. And this is a shit movie. He spent an hour putting this video together. This is Rob.
I don't know. I'm glad like these things kind of exist. The critical drinker, and he's got like an Irish accent, so it just makes it so much.
Oh, that
more
makes
compelling.
everything. Yeah, that's true.
So much more compelling, indeed. Oh man, but yeah, that's about it. What are you up to these days, my friend?
Chilling. Other than I started riding the Peloton every day. So
Okay.
3 days in a row. I freaking get off that thing. I'm sweaty. I'm sweaty. I don't even put on the classes. I put on a stopwatch for
Okay.
15 minutes.
Why?
And it's basically, well, because it's just interval. 1 minute rest.
No,
Which
like you just don't like the classes?
no, I just put on basketball highlights. Like a
Okay,
grown
fair
up.
enough.
Yeah, I put on basketball highlights or animal stuff or scrubs.
Like a grown up.
Other than that, I'm just I don't know. It's good to have somebody going like, come on, seize the day. I really hate all the positive reinforcement that I get from my Peloton. Like, I hate it.
You know what you need?
I hate it. Like, it's not what I come here for.
I agree. And this is the reason why I don't like uplifting IG. Accept your body for what it is. It's okay. And then, it's okay. And
Yeah.
when I look at when I look at that, I get so upset. And I don't know why it's triggering me so much, but I'm like, yeah, I don't think you could look this way if you were working out 5 times a week and you just ate healthy food. All I'm saying, like if for 1 month you worked out 5 times a day, 5 times a week, and you ate what's universally agreed upon as being healthy food for 6 days, and then the 7th day you had one cheat meal, guarantee you don't look the way how you look right now. And they're going around about how just because your body has no indication on your fitness level. I'm like, it does, damn it. I need someone to
Yeah.
yell at me.
No, I just don't like it when they say you're worth it and stuff. Like, I don't even know what that means. Like, this Monday belongs to you. Like, we're all in this together. All of that stuff is what bothers me. Yeah, the rest of it, no, I'm with you. I understand. Like,
Do you know what they should have?
yeah.
They should have a folder. Okay, so you're going through your folders. I don't know how it works on Peloton, but just go with me. Okay, so you got your regular stuff, your classes. You got your super high motivation one. You can do it. Blah blah blah. all that good stuff. And then there's a folder right in the corner. It's got like a skull and bones,
Oh man.
right? And when you click on it, they say trigger warning. All of the triggers,
Yeah.
right? You click accept, and it's Jocko Willink staring at you, right?
You know how this ends? People clicking on this have like a sexual disorder, and none of them are working out. They just like being yelled at by somebody's like, "You look like this," and they're like, "Oh yeah, I look like that. Tell me how shitty this is." I think that's who would
And
be clicking on
you
that.
just have Jocko Willink tell you what you should be doing and how little you have really tried in your life and how much this means currently right now this next 15 minutes. Bro, your Peloton will no longer be a stationary bike. Impossible. It start moving. That's what they should do, because you know what? I'm with you. I can't have positive reinforcement all the time. I feel sick. Even when I'm at the gym and if I'm training with my trainer, there's a tone, right? And I hear tones of different trainers. There's different trainers that have tones be like, 5 more, you got this, it's good. And then there's a little bit of a tone from my trainer where he's like, yep, 5 more. It's a little, it's got like a little edge to it. There's a little bit of judgment mixed with a little bit of support. It can't be too much, but it's also like, if you don't do this 5, we're both going to be kind of disappointed. And now it's going to be weird. Like it's, I need something. I can't have just you being so nice to me, because it doesn't feed me at all.
Yeah, no, I'm with you, man. It's for me. It's not about nice or not. It's just yoga methodologies, getting into workout methodologies. That's my only problem. It's just like like everybody has their moment. Your moment is right now. It's just like, hey, man, that's my only problem. Don't let anybody tell you're ugly. I'm like, nobody had said shit. I'm working out right now. It's just like, why are we even talking about this?
It's just, all it's doing is bringing up like deep-rooted issues further back.
Yeah, you're good enough. I'm like, I know I'm good enough. What do you mean? I bought you. I'm paying for the subscription. Like, why are you the one causing doubt in my? I am good enough, I think.
Yeah, maybe that's the play. The play is,
Yeah. I don't mind the positivity, negativity. I just need it to be focused on the workout. That's all. That's
Okay.
all. You end anything but the namaste. We're not friends. I'm not paying you. I need my refund. I need you to explain yourself. If anybody says namaste and you're like, but why? I don't think they're gonna be like, well, because like, no. It's just like, well, I heard somebody say it in a calm tone, and that's how you end this shit, right? Like, that's literally it. It's awkward to say bye-bye. Yeah. I guess if you're going to pay like $80 for a class, you want it ending with a namaste instead of like all right, peace, guys, see you next week or something like that.
Right. I guess.
Validates
I don't
the cost.
understand. Is that their that's their effort into like,
India.
honoring the culture a little bit?
Yeah.
Where
Yeah.
they're saying like, we can't just say bye. We need to pull in some of the culture of this yoga. So there it
Yeah.
is. We're gonna get that, and we're gonna listen to some music that's vaguely Asian.
Yeah.
And then
I met a dude who was a yoga instructor in India, and this guy was 50. Right? So you can imagine, it's a brown guy who's 50 years old. And I met him here. He's like, I can't get a job at a yoga studio. I was like, why not? He's like, it's all these women. I was like, what do you mean? He's like, yeah, our yoga in India, like, is barely any women. And here it's just white women doing yoga.
And he doesn't want to teach white women?
No, they won't hire his dumbass.
Oh.
He's willing to tell me this. I'm sure he's willing to tell them that as well. But he's just like, yeah, yoga in India is not in a nice studio necessarily. It's like a hot room with people stretching and farting and sweating.
Yeah.
And it's mainly men. And up here, it's just like this whole experience where it's like, namaste.
Right.
Let go of this and grab that and breathe through this fucking nostril in your asshole. Sorry.
You know what? It was look, I did yoga for like 3 years pretty religiously. And and
How dare you, by the way? Did your dad heard you did yoga religiously? It's exactly what he's afraid of.
yeah. That's very true. I was
Yeah.
in like karate when I was a kid, and my dad told me to tell the teacher that I can't bow.
Right. Yeah.
What?
I know.
I stuck in a tough place there because
Yeah,
I'm
this
not
is a
going to
tough
be the
place.
only kid who's also just the only brown kid in the entire class.
Yeah.
Tell the exceedingly Japanese lady
Right.
that the one thing that you do specifically at the beginning and like it's part of the whole culture of
Yeah.
this class that I can't do. I shall stand upright.
You're like, I will stand upright, but later I will bow towards the east.
Yeah.
Is that okay? Can you be in the east, but not in front of me? You're a woman. So can you be...
Human, bro. Why are you making me into a sexist person all of a sudden?
That is funny, though. That is
Yeah.
funny that your dad was like, no, tell her.
Yeah. I said
Tell
I
her
did. I
about
never
your
did.
culture and
I
how
never
it's different.
did. I never did. And would have to like bow like halfway, so it like I felt like it didn't count because if you go all the way 90 degrees, then you hit ruku, and I figured that became Muslim bowing. So
That's
if you
too much
stop-
bowing anyways, I feel like.
If you stop
Yeah.
above that,
Right.
then it's okay.
Yeah.
It made sense to
Should-
me.
Give her like a doctor's note. I have a 45-degree bowing posture
Range?
problem. Yeah. It's
This is
genetic.
the most I can get.
It goes back to Mecca or something. It's tough, man. It's tough to explain some of these things to people.
Oh,
Yeah.
tough to
Like I remember
explain.
trying to tell that to my teacher. I was like, "Oh, we're eating burgers," and she made a veggie burger. I'm like, "Can you not cook it on the meat side?"
Mm-hmm.
And she's like, "Well, it's there's no meat there. There was there, but it's not there anymore."
she's
And then you're like,
she's
but
explaining
then-
to you space and existence.
right? And then you're like, but still,
Yeah.
I don't know. It's tough. Eid also, we gotta wait for the moon. Always a tough one. Like
Mhm.
when's Eid? I gotta look at the moon. So the moon will tell you. The moon will tell me when my day off is. Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's just like hard to explain.
Yeah, I guess. I mean, like the moon thing now, I'm just like I just take 2 days, or I don't take any days at all, or I just take half a day for both days. and
Nah,
then
man. Tell them
just
about
like
the moon.
No, I'm okay. I'm okay. Plus, I do.
Tell them about the moon. They're
I,
gonna
I
think
do
you're a witch.
calculations. I do. I do calculations specifically so that, like, one of the reasons why I do calculations is that, first of all, it makes sense to me, but number two, you get to know like a week in advance, so you don't have to, you don't, you don't have to be like, yeah, the telescope. I sit on top of the roof of my house and I look for the moon, or
Yeah, man. Shut up. It's not even that high tech. Nobody has a telescope. Everybody has an ant.
yeah, that's what it is. I don't like that either. It's like, okay, so one trustworthy person in Whitby has seen it, and
Right.
therefore we should say to shut up. Shut up. We can
Yes, he's
calculate
like-
it. You can calculate it to like the nearest meter where the moon's going to be and who can see it at what place and what elevation. Shut up.
Dude, I have Sky Maps, the app.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
can tell you where the moon is right now.
Yeah,
And
exactly.
they'll even I went cottaging. I was like, this is Jupiter, and they're like, oh, the moon's at the horizon. You could even see it under the horizon. I think
Yeah.
we could figure it out most likely.
Yeah, exactly. That's it. I'm done with this stuff. Freaking. All right. Anyway, so one day.
Yes.
One day, me and my mom were traveling back in the day when you could travel. This was actually 2016, and we got to France, and we're trying to get our connecting flight, and the connecting flight turns out hasn't existed for the last month and a half.
Okay.
So that number flight, whatever, doesn't exist.
Yeah.
How could this be? How could they let us get on the plane while we were in Canada to connect to a flight that didn't exist? Well, the Muslim company that we planned out our Umrah with, right? They got a notification a couple months in advance, back that flight was no longer a thing, but they never told us about it. So we're just doing our thing, and we kind of planned our Umrah kind of tight. It wasn't that like we had a lot of time to do it. So essentially, what had happened is we lost a day and a little bit. Because we had to wait for another flight so that we could take that and go. Anyway, whatever. That's the way how things go. That's the way how things go. But we had like 36 hours that we had to burn. And so I'm like, all right, whatever. We'll just go to a hotel. And then I looked at to see what was a connecting hotel. And it was a Sofitel. Have you been to a Sofitel?
I don't think so.
Okay. Well, I'm sure Farah knows everything, including the owner, and she probably has stocks or something. But the Sofitel is a luxury hotel based out in France. It's all over the world. And so we're walking in the Skyway to connect into the Sofitel. And dude, the air smells different. The air literally smells different. And you might be thinking, oh, it's just perfume or something, which is true. It is that. But it's so distinct and amazing and it smells like, happy things are gonna happen. You get to the hotel, you get your thing or whatever, but you can smell it. Like it's all over this entire huge building. Anyway, I was so enamored by the smell that later on, maybe about a couple months later, when I was home, I said, maybe they sell it. So I went and I searched for it, and apparently they did sell it, and it was for like $500.
Wow.
Yeah.
In like a spray, like a cologne spray?
Yeah. See, so what's happened is they actually got a guy. He's a master.
Aromatic.
He's a wait. Hold on. I'll get you the word over here. 1 second. Let me just click on this. Right. He's a perfumer. That's what his name is. Okay. He's a perfumer, and his name is Lucien Ferrero. Okay.
Good name.
Right? Yeah. And he's made this very specific essence for this hotel. Anyway, now I just checked just recently, and they've reduced their price significantly for the stuff. So now you can get like a spray, you can get like a diffuser, you can do whatever. I'm buying that shit, dude.
No way.
I'm buying
Yeah.
that. I mean,
Do
I know
that?
this is the day after France just closed down 72 mosques because reasons, Muslims, and I'm like supporting this, but
Are there
smells
churches
too good, bro.
open?
What's that?
Are there churches open?
I don't know. It's just
Oh, okay.
on IG.
No problem.
It was just on
I'm
IG,
with you.
bro.
Sure. Sorry. I thought you were saying something.
So maybe the next time that you're in my basement, it's gonna smell like Sofitel.
Dude, I'll stick around if it's that good.
Yeah.
I'm always curious. I also like the idea of somebody who captures scents, I think that's probably a good idea. I think I like the idea of like, if you like a smell like Cinnabon, you somehow with an app capture that smell and you send it to a guy and he sends you like a bottle of Cinnabon.
Yeah.
And then you can do stuff with it, like, spray it around the house.
Do
Get your
you
ladies
have
in
like
Cinnabon.
no, I absolutely love Cinnabon.
Yeah, we have this. I have this deep sleep pillow spray by
Okay.
This Works.
It's got melatonin.
You can't see shit. No, man, none of this. Just smells good. You just spray this in the air and then it smells
I thought
really
you
nice.
sprayed it on the pillow. That's the reason why it's called pillow.
Yeah, you can spray it on the pillow or the bed. But it doesn't have any. It doesn't have any of that stuff. It just has lavender, turpentine, pinene,
Lavender. Oh, it says like it's an what is it called?
an aromatic
Yeah,
Spray.
but what's the therapy? It
Relaxant.
is a therapy. Aromatherapy. There we go.
aromatherapy.
We're out here
It's
killing.
true,
Okay,
it's
look
true.
how fancy you are, bro. Look how fancy you are.
Dude, I make up shit all the time, dude. That's the thing. Like, I make up shit. And I can make up shit that sounds legit. I'm in sales.
Are you making that? You're making that spray up? Is that what you're telling me? I don't know.
No, this is legit. Yeah, I've been just showing you this, like, this is toothpaste. You could see it.
Okay, yeah, deep sleep. Okay.
Good stuff, man.
Do you like it? Is it or is it?
Oh, I like it. Yeah, I like nice smells. Don't get me wrong. It wouldn't seem that way, but I like nice smells.
I'm not judging your scent, bro. I mean,
I know you
honestly.
can't. Quarantine.
Yeah, I know, man. Dude, what is the thing that after the we've been doing this for a while now. What's the thing that you miss the most?
Oh, it's not even it's human contact. It's just being able to see people eye to eye when you're speaking with them or hanging out or having a laugh or giving somebody a strong handshake or even a side hug. It's just like literally human contact is the thing that whether it's with friends or family or nieces and nephews, yeah, by a mile. Everything else, like, yeah, I miss movies.
Yeah, I was gonna say that. So one day, I missed Cineplex so much, right, that I picked a movie out to watch. It was Greyhound by Tom Hanks. It's gonna be your standard movie, and then I ordered from Cineplex because Cineplex is actually on Uber Eats, so you can order layered like popcorn with layered butter. And the nachos that are much too big, like each one you have to break, otherwise you're gonna put salt cuts on the side of your lips. And I ordered both of those things, exorbitant prices, still obviously. I brought it home and I left it in my basement, so my entire basement smelled like Cineplex. Sat down and ate that for dinner.
That's one way to trick your body. You know what we used to do for cutting weight is like you would get something that is dry and healthy, and you take a few bites of that, and you smell something that's like a cheeseburger or fries or pizza, and you've already stopped eating, but you're trying to trick your brain into thinking you've already eaten something delicious, but you're only half full of something healthy. It works. It works exceptionally well.
Well, why you? But what's the trick? The trick is just to make yourself feel good about the tuna that you're eating.
I think it's mentally. You quickly realize that you can get by with half the food, and then secondly, your brain thinks it ate something, even though it smelled something. Like you don't feel like you just ate lettuce and chicken.
Yeah,
that's super dry. You somehow feel like you had some fries. Like you
that's
feel
a lot
like
more healthier than what I've done before in the past.
Yeah, I think in terms of what do you mean?
I've never purged, but there's once a time, you're at work and then someone brings donuts and then there's a Boston cream, and like immediately when you see the Boston cream donut in the donut box, right? You don't really think about diet or not. You know that the Boston cream donut is going to be gone first. So you reach for it before you even think whether or not you should eat it. You reach for the Boston cream, right? That is
primal.
Yeah, exactly.
I can see caveman doing the same thing. Oh,
exactly, 100%, right? So you just kind of like elbow some guy out of the way and you'd be like, boom, got the Boston cream. Now you have the Boston cream on like a little piece of napkin and slowly melting in your hand, and you're realizing that, I don't think I have space for 600 calories in one go. Like, this is going to be a problem. But also you're like, I can't give it back. I just made a whole fuss about me getting it in the first place. Right? Now you're not trying to cut it in half. That's the whole thing. So what do? How do you enjoy this Boston cream donut without like putting an entire meal on one donut?
Yeah, you tell me, man. I've never had this problem, by the way. So like, you tell me.
So I've actually, gone like in a corner somewhere, bite into it. I bite like 3 bites, huge. It's probably like half of the donut, and put it all in my mouth. Chew on it for a little while. Spit the whole thing out. My brain thinks I ate the donut.
That would work. It's also like a crazy person thing to do.
Yeah,
but it would
is.
work. He's like, I tasted it all. I got some fluids in. I
got
some
everything
sugar in my mouth.
Exactly.
I have more. Like I have a solid aftertaste.
Solid.
I have residuals.
It's lasting. Yeah.
But I didn't put any of it in my stomach.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So it's not as bad as throwing up, but I'm a crazy person.
But to the outside person looking in, you're insane. Like the type of insane that they would tell HR, and HR would fire you without even trying to confront you because you eat food and throw it right up. Not even throw it up. It's just like, you don't know how to eat yet. You're like, I feel good. Go about your day. You're like, this guy's crazy.
Did a bird teach you how to eat?
Yeah.
You chew it and spit into a baby.
Into a baby. I'm glad we don't have to do that shit. That would be horrible.
What, chewing and then spitting into your newborn?
Yeah, it'd be so much work,
I mean, yeah, that's true.
Unless it's you. You've been practicing. That's what you should say to the HR people. Like, listen, I've got some baby birds at home, and I've gotten accustomed to eating a certain way.
Yeah.
I'm a mother of 4 ducklings or something. Gooselings.
Goslings.
Ryan Goslings. All right, man. I think we're good there.
I think we're good as well, man. This has been episode 257.
257.
257. We out here. We're prevailing. We are existing. We're existing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And on the next podcast, you might even have a guest.
We might have a guest, but I don't even want to hang my hat on that just yet, bro.
No. Let's see how it works
until after it's been recorded, make sure everything is good to go. We've been trying for a bit.
Yeah. We might even do an in-person podcast in the next few days.
Oh, yeah. I'm so excited. That's going to be awesome.
Don't make those sounds. Because that just means I'm coming over, and now you're that excited. Like, wait, what do we... We're just making a podcast, right?
Yeah, don't worry.
Don't worry about it.
We'll do some push-ups and whatnot, like we used to do. Get hyped, right? Slap the wall. I don't know what else we used to do to get hyped.
Yasin hasn't been around people in a long time.
I don't even know.
We're gonna push ups, slap walls, ready to go. Like it's February. I come to your house, just slap marks on the wall. I'm like, what has Yasin been doing? What does he think we used to do back in the day?
Like, I don't know. Is this interaction?
Is this normal? Let me spit in your mouth.
It tastes like Boston cream. Take care of yourselves. We'll be back in a week. Good night.
Go. and flow.